Good evening, Mathlete Full Majors. Today is Monday, August 5th, 2013, and yesterday I turned in my letter of resignation at Regal. I didn't quit because I wasn't happy at Regal. I quit because I was only hired for the summer, and the formal way of releasing myself from my contract with Regal was to quit. So I turned it in because my last day is actually in about 2 weeks on August 15th, because August 16th I will be getting in my car and driving out to California with my parents, which is super, super exciting and kind of scary because I still have yet to find housing. Said I was worried. No, I'm not. I'm very worried. I'm very scared. But I started packing today, which was actually kind of fun because I really didn't unpack since I got back from Quinnipiac. The majority of my clothing has stayed in a bin in the garage, and we just kind of took it into the dining room today, and packing involved basically my mom holding up things and me saying yes or no to them, because we found out my freshman year that I don't pack well. Freshman year, I was super excited to move out, and I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pack everything except for the bed I'm sleeping in tonight, and then the next morning when my mom shows up, I'm gonna have everything packed, and then we'll be ready to go super quick. Is not what happened. Basically, my mom walked in, saw all of the boxes, and she just went, no. And we spent the rest of the afternoon, like, we spent hours repacking everything. It was great. It was great. Basically, this afternoon, it was just me telling my mom what I wanted and then her packing it, because then she's happy with the packing and I can actually find things later and everybody wins, so that's great. We've been trying to figure out when we are going to be arriving in California because we were planning on leaving the 16th and taking a really long road trip across the country and getting there on the 21st. But I got an email from Chapman like less than a week ago basically saying, orientation starts on Monday, which is like the 19th or something. Goes until Friday and is completely mandatory. Are you serious? When Quinnipiac told me that I was accepted to their school, like way back in like January, I knew that orientation was from this date to this date and I had to be there from here to there, and like I knew everything and it was fine. Chapman, on the other hand, has given us like 3 weeks to say you have to be in Chapman by the 19th when classes don't even start until the 26th, which is super great because I've actually been talking to people who are flying in from like Korea, and they're saying I'm going to fly in on the 25th and start classes the 26th because that was the earliest slash cheapest slash whatever worked for them flight. And they're flying in from another country to get here. And now Chapman, 3 weeks before we're supposed to be there, actually try getting there a week early. It's mandatory for all students. Are you serious? So we're trying to figure out if it's actually mandatory. I sent them an email saying, hey, didn't know that the whole thing was mandatory. I just knew that I had to be there for grad student orientation on the 21st. I didn't get any response, and so my dad called because we found that if a parent calls, then they get help much quicker because they're parents. So my dad calls and he's like, hey, is everything actually mandatory? And they're like, well, yes, we have things on Monday. I looked at the itinerary. They have mixers for the students and professors. I don't need to mix with them. I'll be mixing with them in a week. I'll survive. But no, they want us mixing and getting to know each other and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? If that's actually mandatory, I expect a roll call and I expect like an attendance sheet to start, and fun times. Fun times. As far as I'm aware, graduate education is very similar to college education with the added benefit of being an extra expense and you're doing it for 2 years instead of 4. But other than that, like I think like library stuff, housing stuff, especially if I'm living off campus, technology, health services, all these things are pretty much universal. Like, go to the health center when it's open. Go to the library when it's open. Don't download things illegally on our networks. I understand all of these things. I understood them before I went to Quinnipiac. I don't think I need to go to Chapman and hear the same thing, so it shouldn't really be mandatory. I'm just... Also, I'm really, really tired because my medications have been interacting and doing weird things, such as making me feel tired and sick all the time, and I haven't been normal for like a week. If you noticed last week's video, I looked like a corpse, so hopefully I'll look a little bit better. If not, I look I don't even know. Basically, tired, Chapman, housing, driving, Regal stuff. But yeah, I really have nothing else exciting in my life going on right now, so pay attention to Susan's videos because she went to VidCon and that's really exciting. I will actually be in the same state as her in like 2 weeks. Well, yeah, like 3 weeks. I'm excited! I get to see Susan for the— oh my god. It'll have been another year. Susan, we really should see each other more often. Especially if we're doing this, it implies that we're friends. But seriously, I guess that's it. I really need to wrap this up and edit it. So for the film majors, I'm Caitlin. For the Mathlete, Susan will be back on Friday. And for everybody else, thank you so much for hanging out with us and dealing with me. And I will see you next time. Bye bye!